Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Firefly Tarot. So this is not a pick a card. This is just a little video I'm doing to check in with everybody, mainly my, subscribers and anyone who is interested to know. Rather than doing a community post, I just figured I would do a video. So I just wanted to take a moment to pause to check in, and I will let you know why I have these cards out here in a moment. So I just wanted to pause and take a moment to thank you guys, because it was a couple of days ago, I think, where we passed 20,000 subscribers, and that was amazing. So thank you to everyone who has supported the channel, who has commented, liked, subscribed, donated, reached out for personal readings. You all have been amazing. This has been a wonderful journey. I've been able to work with and reach people from all around the world, and I never really thought that would be a thing for me. So that it's been quite a journey. The personal readings alone, everyone has such unique stories, and you guys know how I am. I pour my heart and soul into each and every reading, which is why I'm completely burnt out. So I took a little break from doing the personal readings. I think that you guys understand. I just, boom, it was like one after the other. I'm working 2 jobs, and it's just a lot. My other job has to do with giving my heart and soul as well. So taking a little break from that. So that being said, the personal readings schedule will probably be out in a couple of weeks after I figure out exactly how I'm going to, stay balanced and grounded as I do that. So today I just wanted to give you guys some helpful advice. I hope it will be helpful. And it's very relevant to all of the private readings that I've been doing. So what I found kind of interesting, what I found really, really cool is, and this is really not a shock, but we're all a part of a collective, right? So I started to see very quickly that the same kind of themes and cards were coming out for everyone. And so here on the table, I have like most of what I was catching my eye from everyone that I was reading for. And so I just wanted to kind of run through some of these themes, because it is going to be relevant for most of you that are watching this. Like, it's not a general reading where you have to pick a pile, no, but these are just like these universal concepts, and a lot of them do have to do with major arcana cards. Okay, so I will get to that. I wanted to share with you guys also a little piece of my story. I'm going to soon be doing some videos as well. Like I promised that a while ago, but because of everything I just explained, I haven't gotten a moment. I have not gotten that moment to just sit down and just ground myself. And like, it's been a whirlwind. It's been a whirlwind for a while. Recently, I was able to free myself from a lot of toxicity, and I was very blessed to be able to have the freedom to, do my own thing. Tarot was one of them. I do other things, but I was very blessed to have that freedom. And I know a lot of you are going through the same journey. Like, a lot of you are stuck in these toxic patterns, and a lot of you have been really commenting on the video that I put, what has been holding you back and how to get unstuck, right? So I'm going to talk about that here with these cards. So me having left my toxic situation, I have a lot more freedom now to just kind of create that path that I want for myself, and to like really let my visions come into fruition. So I'll talk about that here. And I'm really, really encouraging all of you guys, if you are able to free yourself from any toxic situations, or to really create a lot of light for yourself. And again, I'll get to that over here, because that's been a recurring theme. So this is me just like free talking. I don't really have anything planned. Like I said, I am really looking forward to teaching you guys about tarot. There's so many helpful tips that I have, and I want to make that video properly. I don't know how much time I want to spend on it, but because I'll start to really try to make it perfect, and that's not going to be productive. So we will get there. Anyway, so I guess I can't really think of anything right off the bat to say else, other than like I said, thank you. You have my fullest gratitude towards you guys. You guys have been so amazing. I can't tell you how much I am touched by the stories of healing, the comments of healing, of beauty, of encouragement towards each other. And it's like a good 99.9% of you guys are so positive. Like I feel so blessed to be a part of such a positive community, and to see what everyone is going through. It's always a unique journey, and there's so much stories of bravery with everybody, with bravery, and all you guys are concerned about is your healing. You know, you're so genuine about your own healing and your, you know, transformation. You're evolving, and for the betterment of you and for the collective. So it's so inspiring to see everybody's words and everybody's just coming together as this little mini community that I never would have expected to have. It's like so random. You know, like I think I said in some of my videos that prior to me making this channel, like, you know, there was that little pocket of time where I was like obsessively watching pick a cards before I started mine. But before that, I didn't even know that pick a card tarot readings existed. I had no idea. But Spirit called me to, you know, that path. So anyway, it's been an amazing, surreal, wonderful journey. You know, to me, 20,000, like, I know that, like, comparatively that's probably low in the whole like scale of tarot readers online, but to me, I'm like, holy crap, like that is unreal, and I'm so grateful for you guys. So I'm going to share with you now some of the major themes that I've been seeing. Like I said, I can't even count how many personal readings I've done at this point. I have about maybe 2 left, and then I had to close everything because, like I said, I need to replenish myself. I really do. But in the dozens and dozens, I don't know if I've done a couple hundred at this point, probably, I've seen these themes come up, okay? So this is what I have found very interesting. I actually... Oh, and by the way, there's one last thing that I forgot to say. I knew I would forget. The reason why I drink water a lot during my videos is because I have a past vocal cord injury, and I was experiencing a really bad vocal strain because I was just overworked. That's like a thing I have. Like, I'm always overworked, and I'm working on it, okay? I'm working on being overworked. So that's another thing that I have to, you know, help out there. I have to, you know, really take the energy to heal myself there. So that's one more thing that I was going to say. It has to do with personal readings. I have to slow down, heal. I don't know if you guys can give me some healing energy for my vocal cords. That would be amazing. That would be fantastic, because it affects me in my work, especially, and my healing work that I do. So anyway, so here are some of the cards that I kept seeing come up, okay? Now, the first one, this is the strongest card. This is the strongest energy, the strongest theme that I have been seeing. And this is a little, I'm going to use the word creepy, okay? This is a little creepy to me because I had a dream about this word more than once, and it kind of just gives me goosebumps, right? So this is what I'm seeing, and this is what I have been saying for a while now, not just in the past couple of months, but in this whole stretch of time. It's been about a year, maybe a year and a half. I feel that we have been in the time of judgment, okay? So many of you have heard me say that in the private readings. I said we are in the time of judgment. So the dream that I was referring to, I had this dream where I was just walking down some corridor in some busy place. I looked to my left, and there's this big blank wall, and it calls me to look at this wall, and in really clear lettering it just said the word judgment. And I'm like, okay, that's creepy. So, you know, the judgment card, what is this card? If you guys are not familiar with this card, it is essentially the card of rebirth, of transformation, of absolution. And this means that that's the time we are in right now as a collective. It is so close with this is the Wheel of Fortune. This is another one I've been seeing, like, hands down in almost every reading, right? So the Wheel of Fortune, we're at a turning point. We are at this turning point of our destinies, and with going with the Judgment card, this is the time where we really, really have to stand up and to take accountability and to make good choices, to look at the past, to own our own mistakes, to, you know, to have the energies of reconciliation with ourselves and with other people. The time of judgment, it's kind of like, you know, there's a whole religious aspect to it, but, you know, the way that I'm looking at it here is just this is the time to prove that we are better, and to prove that we are evolving, and this occurs by our choices, right? This happens purely by our choice. And that's another theme that has been really coming up, the Chariot. So you can see on the bottom there, the black and the white, it's like the duality there. You know, there's many different ways to interpret any of these cards, but this is how it resonates with me. So that was another theme, you know, to really, to always choose light, no matter how hard this is. And of course, you guys have seen my affirmation, and I have it sticking on my wall over there. The affirmation that helps me personally to own my choice of light and dark. So positive or negative, or, you know, to be selfish or selfless, whatever. Okay. And that just one more time, that affirmation is, my light is more powerful than your darkness. Okay. So I say that out loud because I do feel part of this whole journey that we're in, I do feel like quite literally that darkness is becoming very real in our everyday lives. Darkness, it just takes the form of negative energy. It could be negative thoughts, negative feelings, chaos, temptation, evils, whatever you want to, you know, consider it. That's the time that we're in. It is our time to choose light, to help one another, to help ourselves, to forgive ourselves, to forgive other people. Because the way that, especially, this is not really a shocking statement. Look at the state of the world that we're in. You know, it's not pretty. It is not pretty. And many people have said to me, like, why should I have any kind of hope or faith when everything is just going downhill? And I'm like, well, if everybody thought like that, of course, we're going to end up in total darkness. You know, we're going to end up in this energy of the devil. So another theme that's been coming up is the Star card, is, you know, have hope, have faith, and go back to that feeling of, you know, your visions. Like it's kind of like coming back to that childhood state where things were hopeful. So yes, that has been a big theme, choosing light over dark. So that's the kind of vibe that we're in right now. And I think that as a collective, the only way that we are going to have any chance, any hope at all, is that if each of us takes accountability for our choices. And it can be as big as, you know, some kind of a behavior where we're acting in a kind way or a forgiving way, or the smallest thing, like a single thought. Every time that I have the smallest thought that is negative, I quickly say, I want to cleanse that. And I say, forgive me, you know, forgive me, help me to do better. Okay. So that's just something that I do, and it helps me. So yes, all of us, if we take accountability for for our own light and our own darkness, then it is only then that will accumulate into the collective so that we have a chance here. I don't know if you guys have viewed it this way, but it kind of seems, metaphorically speaking, or I don't know if it's a real thing for most of you, it kind of seems like at this time right now in 2020, it kind of seems like we're in some kind of a war between light and dark. That's kind of what it looks like to me. It's as if we're fighting like all these battles, and this is like the final battle in the war of light and dark, you know. And we have that's what I'm saying about that, is we have a chance to win this war if we just all choose light. Okay, so that's something that I've seen. Another important theme that has been coming up for everybody, the Hanged Man. And the way that I interpret this card, I see that as, you know, surrender what does not serve you. Surrender, sacrifice, or release anything that does not serve you. And I know it's easier said than done, but it's the time for it. We are in the time of judgment, the time of rebirth. The death card has been coming up a lot as well. So it's saying now is the time to release what does not serve you, because if it doesn't serve you, it's taking away from your life. It's subtracting from your life. It is not adding anything. It just keeps subtracting from your life. It is creating blockages. That's another thing that has been common. Okay, with the Four of Cups. So all of this stuff that accumulates, you know, and it's very sneaky too sometimes. It accumulates and it creates all these blockages within us. So again, going back to that video, what has been keeping you stuck? What's been holding you back, right? A lot of the times it's old wounds. It's present negative ways of thinking. It's, you know, just like not living with our truest self, our truest passions, our truest self. That's one thing that I just stuck in here. This is something that has been a theme, not as much for people, but I thought it was worth mentioning. I feel that this card is kind of like saying that, you know, sometimes we're not living our truest lives. We're not living with that authenticity. And that's another reason why blockage happens. Because if we are not living our genuine, authentic self and genuine, authentic life, of course you're going to be blocked. Of course. You know? So whatever that means to you guys, if you feel within your heart and soul that you are a writer, a healer, you know, a philosopher, a thinker, you know, if you feel within your heart and soul that you belong in a particular environment, part of the world, situation, career field, whatever, okay, or just within you, if you feel like you are genuinely this kind of a person, and again, harm to none, you know, but if you feel like this is who you really are, be that person. Be that person. Just own it, you know? Like I came to my genuine self a while ago. It's a lot of hard work, yes, but ultimately it comes to embrace your true self. Like if you're weird, just own that. Be like, yes, I am weird and I am proud of that weird, you know, or just whatever the case is, okay? So that's one way that you can release yourself from those blockages. So, you know, that right there will help you come to a lot of healing. Another thing that I've seen. And here with the Magician card, another powerful card that's really been showing up. The Magician card is a conduit. It's a conduit of all four elements, a conduit of divine messages. You can see that there's pointing from the heavens to the earth. So a lot of us are conduits where we just have to be open and receptive to those messages coming in from the heavens, from the divine, and channeling them here by speaking, by writing, by healing. Okay, so that's another thing that I have seen. I have seen a lot of stuff about this come up, whether this is about inner balance or it's about twin flame balance. I've seen a lot of that coming up. This is not going to resonate for all of you, but just in general, not just with twin flame, in general, there has been that theme of reunion and reconciliation. So I think that's a very beautiful thing. What I can tell you about that is if you are in the position to reach out to someone that you have been meaning to reach out to, or you are in the position to extend forgiveness towards someone that, you know, wants your forgiveness, or, you know, vice versa, whatever the case is, this is the time. What are we really waiting for? This is it. We're in the time of judgment. This is where everything counts, you know? So, and this is not just me telling you this. This is what I've been seeing happen with people. You know, I did take one reach towards a person that I wasn't sure, you know, if they would even want to speak again. And they did. And then I guess in a sense we reconciled, even though it wasn't like an angry situation. But the point is that now is the time for that kind of harmony and unity. As corny as that sounds, that's exactly what we need right now. Just, you know, out of love and compassion. We need these forms of light, the love and compassion, forgiveness. These are forms of light. Okay? And so a couple of last things. The High Priestess, so similar to living that genuine life, the High Priestess has been coming up a lot. This is us tuning in to our intuition, our spiritual abilities, which all of us have. It's just that some of us probably maybe doubt that or have fear of that, which is another thing that causes blockage. But that's another theme, so try to live with your gut and your intuition more than you live with your head. Logic is wonderful in some ways, absolutely, but when it comes to matters of importance, like your life path, your genuine self, your creative path, or important life decisions that just have to feel right, this is the job of intuition. This is the job of your spirit rather than anything else. So try to keep that in mind, like tune into that gut feeling. It's really right here in the gut, okay? So that is where, that is your spiritual seat. So of course, one more thing to consider, we have here the Hanged Man. I talked about surrender, another big theme. In order to truly live that spiritual and fluid and natural life, you must become willing to surrender control. That's a huge theme lately. To surrender control for things that are out of your hands. What can we really control other than our own free will? We can't control anything. Life is unpredictable. So that's one big thing, is to surrender control to things out of your hands and leave it up to spirit. And you can pray on it, you can throw up your hands and say, please take my fear, take my, I surrender my fear, I surrender my control, and I trust that you will provide. Trust and faith, these are the antidotes to fear, basically, fear and uncertainty, anxiety. So that's another thing that I've been seeing. And ultimately, I am seeing that we kind of end up with justice. Okay, things balancing out after we do the healing work, after we do the introspective work, the reflection, the soul seeking. We cannot expect to have any answers or any progress if we don't put in the work. It's just, there's no shortcuts. And of course, everyone's been going through a lot of tower moments. It's been really chaotic. It's been, very jarring. It's been an upheaval, sudden, but we're healing. We are all coming full circle with this World card. We are all entering a new stage, a new chapter of our lives. And we're seeing these new beginnings. The one card that I didn't pull out was the Fool, but that's the energy as well that we're in, the Fool card. A new beginning. This is where we have to take a leap of faith, where there are bright, new, beautiful horizons waiting for us. Okay, so that's pretty much what I've seen. It's been quite a journey reading for you guys. And like I said, I'm going to be doing some important videos soon, so definitely get out your notebook for that, because I'm going to be teaching some kind of strange, I'm like sifting through the cards, I can't find the Fool anywhere. I'm going to be going over some kind of strange tips that I think will really enhance your abilities to read the tarot. And I'm also probably going to be talking about how to really tune into stuff like creative energies and how to hone in on your spiritual abilities. I am by no means an expert, but these are just things that I have learned along the way. Okay, so anyway, thank you guys so much again. Thank you for all of your support. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being brave in your healing. Thank you for encouraging each other. Thank you for choosing light over darkness. We have quite a long journey ahead of us. We are not out of the woods. We have a lot of work to do, but we are strong. We are capable. We can do this. There's no other option here. We can do this. And again, we as each individual within this collective effort, we are going to bring ourselves out of that energy of darkness. And there is hope. There is hope, and we are going to get there. So just do whatever you can. You take one little step at a time. Forgive yourself, forgive other people, have compassion for others and yourself most importantly. and we're going to keep learning together. So thank you guys for watching this, and my heart goes out to all of you who are really struggling, and thank you for all of you for the well wishes for me as well. And I will be seeing you guys very soon. Okay, so sending you all the blessings and abundance. Good luck on your journeys, and we will talk very soon. Thank you guys. Bye.